Good morning everyone, today is a discussion video regarding the Tisah weapon specifically, as well as other rare items. But before we jump into the rest of the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the first thing I want to get out of the way is the Tisah weapons have been in the game for over 4 months. So as we can see here on the May 30th NGS headline, they did state the new 9-star rarity Tisah weapons series are now available. So technically the Tisah weapons came out in June. So that means the Tisah weapons have been in the game since June, July, August, September, October. This is currently the 5th month that the Tisah weapons or the 9-star rarity weapons have been available in the game, and only now are they starting to drop a little bit more often. As you can see over here, when we go to the personal shop, we go product search, let's go to weapons and 9-star rarity or greater. And now you can finally see there is actually a full page of Tisah weapons. Now, if you go to the second page, there's nothing, unfortunately. So, you know, it's still pretty rare. I believe one page is like 14 or 15 items. So it is getting a little bit more common. The prices are starting to go down a little bit. However, I really hope that SEGA learned a lesson from this by introducing an ultra rare item 5 months ago. And no one's ever really gotten it. There's only been like 3 or 4 Tisah weapons ever on the market. And for 5 months, you know, that's kind of a really long time. Like, we all know that when December rolls around, we are probably going to get 10-star rarity weapons, because that sounds about right. 6 to 7 months on a single star rarity, it's about time that we get a new tier. However, the issue over here is, of course, the 9-star rarity weapon, or the Tisah weapon that was originally introduced 5 months ago. It's been so rare that no one really got it. However, this week with the rare drop rate plus 100% campaign going on, as well as the higher level mobs at Makeed, it's been a little bit more easier to farm for these ultra rare Tisah weapons. They've been dropping a lot more often, and that also includes the mining rig defense over here. These Tisah weapons have been dropping a lot more often in mining rig defense, so you know, it is a little bit of an incentive to try to get people to run it. But I know a lot of people are still not running mining rig defense because, you know, it's just not a very fun game mode, unfortunately. However, they also did add the Octo Armor VO. Unfortunately, the VO armors aren't that great. They are new armors. It's pretty nice that they're adding new armors, but yeah, these armors just aren't that great, and so that's why a lot of people are just skipping them. And then you've got all of your regular loot over here. However, back to the topic at hand, talking about the Tisah weapons. I think the drop rate of the Tisah weapons initially should have been how they are right now. I feel like the Tisah weapons, as well as all of the other high-level capsules such as Gigastat 4, Dreadkeeper 5s, they are dropping a little bit more often. Sure, they're still relatively rare, you know, you might not get one in farming like an hour or 2, but they do drop. So if you do invest enough time, the chances of you seeing these items are relatively high. While compared to 4 to 5 months ago, even people who were running with 300% rare drop rate, Tisah weapons were so rare, they never ever dropped, and you know, people just gave up and they just stopped farming. So I really hope that SEGA learns this lesson when the 10-star rarity weapons get introduced. Make it so that it is a possible drop, you know, make it so that it's not an ultra crazy rare item. I really hope that we don't go through the same cycle where they introduce the 10-star rarity weapons in December or November or whenever they do, and it's like, oh yeah, here they are, but you're never gonna get them, and there's gonna be like 2 people on the server that has it, because that's just not great game design in my personal opinion. I don't really like that type of design. Personally, I would prefer a weapon that drops a little bit more often, and so you'd be able to see them on the market for like, you know, 20-30 million each. But at the very least, if you invest like, you know, 10 hours farming, you're guaranteed to see one, something along those lines, so that people can actually get these weapons. You know, at the very beginning when Tisah weapons originally dropped, they were going for, yeah, these prices, you know, 500 million, 200 million, 120 million. And like, they never really sold. Am I really going to be spending all of my money on a singular weapon that is going to be outdated in 6 months time? Probably not. You know, I would rather spend that money on like a hairstyle, which I can use for like a year or more than a year. Something along those lines would be a better investment in my personal opinion. So I just hope that SEGA learns from the Tisah experience and doesn't do it again whenever the 10-star rarity or whatever the new rarity items come out. I don't want to go through this same cycle again, because personally, I think it's pretty bad. It was a really bad design in my personal opinion. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Did you think the whole Tisah weapons being an ultra rare item was actually a good thing or a bad thing? Do you guys agree with me or disagree? If you disagree, let me know why, because I'm really curious on what you guys think.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.